My initiative is 32. So I need to
go first.
Yeah, I need to go first. Because I have a move of 6 to get me through the door. And once we populate, I'll see where I go after that.
Okay, well I can use a move of 2, a base card. I can use a move of 2 base card and attack for 3.
Ranged attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
And that'll put my initiative at, what is your initiative?
32.
Okay, that doesn't work because my initiative. Well, no, I can do 36. I don't have to. By the way, you don't have to use the lowest initiative. You can use whatever initiative you want.
Yeah.
Which is why I am using one of my attack. We're gonna go. Now, we are gonna flip over our cards. I have an initiative 36.
32. We've done top
32. Nigel is gonna go first. Now, I am gonna point out that Nigel is gonna move and open this door. As soon as he opens the door, we are going to populate the room. And when we populate the room, the enemies in that room will also pull initiative immediately, and they will be slotted into the order. If their initiative order is before Nigel's, then what will happen is that he will finish his turn, and then they will go before me or after me, depending on what their initiative is.
Yep.
So, kick the door in.
We're going to use the move of 6. I lose this card, which sucks, but I got to get through the door. So I'm going to do my 1, 2, 3.
Now, door opens, time freezes basically. We're going to populate the room. So, guess who's back, everybody? We're going to populate the room with 2 guards who are going to be number 3 and number 4, which, by the way, is the order they will go in. At the end of the room is also a bandit archer.
An elite.
An elite bandit archer. There are going to be 2 traps on the floor.
Some little spiky spikes.
The way traps work in this game is that as soon as a trap tile is entered by anybody on the board, the trap is automatically discharged. In this situation, the traps, I believe it's 4 damage. 4 damage.
Shit. So definitely stay away.
4 damage. It's automatic damage. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Okay, so Archer shows up. We are going to bring in a bandit archer. I'm just gonna sit here.
Okay.
She is going to get her own initiative deck. And we'll move her around if we need to in order to get her on camera and everything. She's going to be over there. You'll be able to see her initiative deck. Okay, so we pulled initiative for the 2 enemies, 2 types of enemies in the room, the guards and the archers. The guards have an initiative of 30 with a move +1 and an attack -1. The archer has the initiative of 14, which means that the archer will actually go before the guards. Then the guards will go before me, but Nigel still has to finish his turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the archer has actually a pretty special card here. They have a move -1, an attack -1, but they have the ability to create a 3 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. So what that means is that the archer is actually going to move forward and create a trap, which I was not expecting.
Alright, so I'm going to finish my move of 6. I move 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to use warding strength. It has an attack of 3 and a push of 2, which means I'll push the enemy back 2 spaces. Attack of 3, -1, so I'm going to do 2 damage.
Now this is a regular guard, 6 health. Which, I mean, honestly, we all know what's about to happen. Well, we know what's about to happen because it's a push attack. A push attack is automatically going to push them away from you.
Like John Mulaney says, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to push him.
Now the problem is that this guard, unfortunately, is standing right in front of this trap. So, he took 2 damage from the attack. He's going to get pushed
back
onto the trap, which does 4 damage, which kills a guard. Now, so that means that as of right now, Nigel does not get a kill. Does not get a kill. trap killed him, not you.
Get out of here! I'm counting the kill. Counting it.
So, luckily, it freed up a trap tile. So we'll get to that in a minute.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but we weren't really shocked. Like I said, we played through this one a couple times. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Now that will play out differently depending on who goes in the room first, and it will also play out differently depending on which characters you bring into the dungeon. Like if you don't bring any characters with push, there's no way to push that guard onto that trap.
Yep.
There are you do get abilities with other characters to disarm traps, so that would be how you got through that door without taking the damage anyway. I mean, I guess you could technically walk up and just step on it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. So
My turn's over.
Nigel's turn is over. We're gonna switch over to the archer.
Do we have to? I'm
Yes.
the only guy in the room. That's not fair.
We have to switch over to the archer
Okay.
because it's the archer's turn. Now it is an elite archer, which means that the elite archer has a health of 9, a movement of 3, a attack of 3, and a range of 5. So Nigel is the focus. Obviously, Nigel is the focus. So the ranger or the archer has to get within 5 squares of Nigel. It has a movement of 3, -1. So Nigel is here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has to move at least 1 square. It's going to move into its advantage. It's not going to have advantage, but it's going to move to the best ability to where it can attack. Now what it's going to do is actually, according to its card here, it's going to have a -1 attack. So that means it can only attack for 3. But it is going to drop a
No, it can only attack for 2.
2, sorry. It can only attack for 3 -1, which is 2. It's going to create a 3 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. So this is Nigel. Technically, I believe these two are actually the same amount. But we're just going to drop it there because that one, to me, is closer to the enemy. And I mean, if I wanted to cheat, I could put it there because then it would be out of our way, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it there because that's the logical place for it to put a trap. So it is going to attack. It does, again, its base damage is 2, so let's see what happens.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So that is a 2 times modifier, which means that its basic attack of 2 goes up to 4. So
I go from 8 health down to 4.
down to 4 health. Now, unfortunately for Nigel, the guard goes next. Again, Nigel is the focus.
Because I'm the only thing in the room.
So, well, it's not like I can come in the room yet.
I know.
So the guard is going to turn himself toward Nigel and attack Nigel. Now, he does have a -1 attack, so his base attack is 3. He has a attack of 2. We already know the multiplier's gone. Unfortunately, so I mean, really, there is a +2 in there, so let's just hope he doesn't get the +2. So -2. So this is a null. It's not a nullified attack. I will point that out. If it's a nullified attack, then no status effects go on. It's a -2 attack, which means that if it was a status effect, it would still go on. But it's -2. His base attack is 3 -1 at 2. Nigel takes no damage from this.
While
We'll
you're doing
shuffle him in.
Okay.
We'll shuffle him at the end of turn just so we
Okay,
can get that
that's
out of the
fine.
way. So it's Liliana's turn. Which kind of sucks because if I'd have known we were going to end up in this configuration, I actually got rid of a card that would have been great in this situation. But it's fine. What we're going to do is she's going to use her basic move. Okay, and that's the bottom part of this card here. So I'm going to use my basic move, and I'm actually just going to step into the doorway. The reason being is
Don't
because...
leave me in here by my damn self.
Well, no, I'm stepping into the doorway because it is a ranged attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically I can move too, so I guess I could step there.
Okay.
And now I'm in the room.
Yes.
So that was my basic attack.
Joke's on you, pal. I'm going back through the door.
Or my basic move. Okay, so that's now discarded.
You got an experience point.
Okay.
If I don't do it, I'll forget.
So I'm going to use my Flame Strike, which is an attack 3 with a range of 2. I'm going to attack the guard, this dude here. Basic attack of 3. See how many damage?
Nope.
No damage.
Time 2.
He's gonna have 2 damage. So this basic guard is gonna get 2 damage. Card number 4. And that is the end of that turn. Obviously it did not go very well. I mean, we did kill one guard, but just because we always forget. Coin on the ground.
Be a good drinking game. Every time I forget a coin, just let's go ahead and shuffle this real quick. Take that times 2 and shove it.
Yeah, that times 2 is not very good. I mean, you can see the difference in the combat just because of the fact. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the first room went a lot faster than we were expecting. It didn't take like a super long time, but we were actually expecting to be in the first room a lot longer than we were.
Yeah.
And when I say a lot longer, I mean relatively. We move into this room, and you can see we've already hit a stumbling block.
Yep.
Already hit. You know, we're doing, try to get this done as fast as possible.